Russian President Vladimir Putin has been making new friends in some unusual places. Here he is paying a visit to North Korea to say hi to its leader, Kim Jong-un, and to sign a deal, a big deal, pledging mutual military aid if either one of them is ever attacked. But weary neighbors suspect there's much more involved. I'm Darina Bogeda. This is Pinch Point, where geography and politics collide. That Putin is looking east for support should probably be no surprise. Russia was once a member of the G8 group of leading industrialized nations. His friends back then were Western leaders like Barack Obama and Angela Merkel. But they all turned their back on him after he illegally annexed Crimea in 2014. And when Putin ordered the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, he became even more isolated, to the point where he now faces sanctions and an arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court, which is maybe why he's looking at Russia's border with North Korea. The moment Putin and Kim put pen to paper to sign a security pact, the US and its allies in the region, Japan and South Korea, expressed their grave concern. But they also said that Russia has been receiving weapons from North Korea for a while now. They point to missile attacks on the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv in early 2024. The Ukrainians say they have proof the weapons came from North Korea, along with dozens of others, and the Americans believe them. Russia and North Korea deny it. And for good measure, Moscow says the West's arming of Ukraine shows blatant hypocrisy.
США выдает в рамках помощи Украине многомиллиардные кредиты своему военно-промышленному комплексу и помогает ему поддерживать сферы доходов. Из-за океана руководят европейскими вассалами и подстегивают их к прямой конфронтации с Россией.
While spreading the nonsense that the possession of arms by the defending party makes peace elusive, Russia itself continues to receive weapons from rogue states like Iran and North Korea. Pyongyang has already reportedly sent to Russia more than 10,000 shipping containers that could hold nearly 5 million artillery shells.
The transfer of ballistic missiles, along with munitions and related materiel, from the DPRK to Russia, violates multiple Security Council resolutions.
So, the West says North Korea is arming Russia, and the US says China is only encouraging North Korea by not condemning Russia. And to add to the US's concern, let's bring in South Korea. When North Korea tested some new rocket launchers back in March, this was the immediate response: more drills between South Korean and US forces. Then, when Putin and Kim signed their mutual defense pact, South Korea announced it would reconsider its policy of not sending lethal aid to Ukraine. That in turn led Putin to up the rhetoric even further. He's now saying he's thinking about sending arms to North Korea. That was after Moscow said how concerned it was over the tensions between Seoul and Pyongyang. The impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine appears to be spreading east, dragging in countries thousands of kilometers from the battlefront, some of which have nuclear weapons. At the very least, Russia's relations with North Korea have been restored to levels not seen since the end of the Cold War. Putting aside any military deals for a moment, there's also been talk about sanction-busting economic exchanges. They might include food and industrial materials from Russia sent to North Korea. North Korea could, in turn, bolster Russia's shrinking labor force, sending hard currency back home. There are also reports that North Korea and Russia have agreed to build a road bridge over the Tumen River that marks their 17-kilometer-long border. At the moment, there's just this railway bridge. It's called the Friendship Bridge. The growing friendship between Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un is leading to anxiety in Washington, Seoul, Kyiv, and Tokyo. But South Korea's relationships with the US and Japan are equally worrying to Moscow and Pyongyang. None of this looks like good news, because some experts believe one false move, either on the Korean peninsula or in Ukraine, could cause already tense nerves to snap.